Contingency Plan Code Sake Bomb. Subject Ryoko. Unbeknownst to most people on this earth, one of the most notorious extraterrestrial criminals walks among us. Living in the Masaki family home in Okayama Prefecture, Japan, the reformed space pirate, Ryoko, now lives out her days doing house chores and attempting to win the affections of one Tenchi Masaki. While she has reformed and would most likely be aligned with mine and Earth's best interests, Ryoko has committed unspeakable atrocities millenniums ago, earning herself a spot among the galaxy's most wanted criminals. Countless robberies, murders, property destruction, and other atrocities lie in her wake. However, there are circumstances that absolve her of culpability, partially, in my opinion. Ryoko is an artificial life form, created by the scientist and goddess Washu, who is both her creator and biological mother, making Ryoko a demigoddess. At the time she was born, the space pirate Kagato betrayed Washu, with whom he had been working closely with, imprisoning Washu and taking Ryoko, molding her to model his destructive ways. Ryoko spent her childhood and adolescence essentially a slave to Kagato. It was an unimaginably catastrophic upbringing that would have broken most and created irreparable emotional damage to Ryoko. After attacking and destroying the royal palace on planet Jirai, she was pursued by the crown prince, Yosho, to Earth, where she was defeated and sealed away in a shrine for centuries. Yosho settled on Earth, and his grandson, Tenchi Masaki, released Ryoko from her imprisonment completely by accident. Upon Tenchi defeating Kagato in a later confrontation, Ryoko fell in love with him, and now spends her time vying for his affections. Ryoko wields unimaginable destructive powers, and although we are likely aligned in our interests, it would be prudent to have a contingency plan as a failsafe should Ryoko return to her old ways. Ryoko is erratic emotionally. The psychological damage done to her in her formative years is truly tragic, and it is terrifying that a being capable of such destruction is just one outburst away from causing a galactic calamity. Physically, I am unable to defeat Ryoko, and it's not even close. She has the ability to manipulate molecular structure and alter matter. She can materialize a plasma sword and harness ki blasts that would destroy me in mere seconds. Moreover, she has regenerative powers, having been known to regenerate digits and limbs that were severed. Indeed, the only chance I have, should Ryoko become aggressive, is to get inside her head or exploit her emotional naivety, a tactic I hope I would never have to resort to, as I do empathize with her tragic childhood. As someone who knows loss and sorrow all too well, I can certainly see how it could eat away at a person, causing them to behave in unconventional manners. Ryoko is a known alcoholic. She consumes alcohol regularly and often becomes inebriated, despite having the ability to break down alcohol in the bloodstream instantly. She deliberately allows herself to become drunk. It's a cry for help, a coping mechanism. In addition to a painful and regretful past, Ryoko competes for the affections of Tenchi with Ayeka, the crown princess of Jirai. What is often masked as overconfidence is actually deep insecurity that Ryoko copes with by drinking, sake being her favorite drink of choice. Her emotional instability is my only chance to subdue her. I could wait until she is drunk, unaware of her surroundings, and use stealth to avoid detection. When she eventually passes out in a drunken stupor, I can directly attack her power source, 2 gems located on her left and right wrist that amplify her powers exponentially. Even without these gems, she will still be very difficult to overpower, but there is a chance. If I could wound her beyond consciousness, that would neutralize any threat she poses. A risky plan that may not even have a great chance for success, but when I am dealing with beings with godlike powers, I must always be several moves ahead. Head-on confrontation would go far beyond my limits, so a careful exploitation of her weaknesses must be used. While I can deeply empathize with Ryoko, I must always be ready in the case that she should become a force of destruction and have a contingency plan available to stop her.